We're back. It's week 8. We had a week off. It's Wellbeing Wednesday, and we had a little rest. Took our own advice. And I'm back with Claire and Robin, Female Business Academy. And Robin has wonderful news, don't you, Robin?
Yes. Thank you. I am almost 16 weeks pregnant. Been keeping it a secret for a little while. Which has been hard to do when I've been feeling like absolute rubbish. But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better now that I'm into this second trimester. But yeah.
Yeah, so this week we thought we'd chat about that then. Let's talk about being pregnant in lockdown, and presumably you found out just a few weeks before this all kind of started. So
yeah, I think it was. Was it?
Like the first week, I think, wasn't it, Robin? Like the first isolation.
Yeah, I think we were in a week before they announced the whole lockdown, because at the beginning my daughter had a cough, so like we were in for a week, and then I think it was like about 4 days into when they announced the full lockdown that I had to go and get the test, and found out. So yeah, it's not great timing obviously with the lockdown, but I kind of, in a way, it's great. It's good that I've been able to just be at home whilst I've been throwing up constantly.
Yeah. How did it feel finding out during this then? So finding out about lockdown was quite full on and new to everybody. So how did it feel finding out that you were?
Yeah, a bit anxious about because at the beginning it was really unclear whether we were classed as being in the vulnerable category if you were pregnant, or if it was just if you had underlying conditions. So yeah, it was a little bit worrying, but I think at the beginning I was just in shock about everything. And just I think it's been hard. The hardest thing has not been seeing my mum, because obviously like me and my mum are so close. We usually see each other every single day, and she's found it hard that she's not been able to come and help me out when I've been feeling rubbish. She's been dropping like little snacks off at the door, so baking me things and asking me what I was craving, and but not. I've got obviously got 2 older children, and she'd usually be like whisking them away to give me a little bit of a breather, and that's been quite hard because my partner's still working because he's a delivery driver, so he's not been here in the day. But it's been, stuff like this has been great, and obviously still speaking to my friends and Claire all the time. Just it's good.
I suppose it's good that you don't have to spend loads of time on maternity pause, because you can just slob in your jogging suit.
Well, actually, I did at the beginning was slobbing about in just pajamas, and like my boyfriend and Mark's like clothes, just like shorts and things like that. But then I got it gets me down a little bit if I don't get dressed up. So I ended up ordering some stuff. Quite a bit of maternity stuff, but stuff that stretches really, so I can wear it again rather than. And but now I've got the opposite. Now I've got all these really nice dresses and stuff, like summery dresses that I want to wear out, and I'm just wearing them like doing some work in the kitchen. I feel like it's wasted. I feel like I want to take pictures.
Yeah, you should. Just as it, document it with photos.
Yeah. The thing is, like we said, I think it was when we were did one of the first sessions with Jill coaching. I think we talked about those. Sometimes actually just making an effort and getting dressed and stuff does give you that motivation, especially when like Robin and I have had loads of uni work on these past 2 weeks, just to give you a bit of focus and motivation that once you're up and ready, you mean business and you're going to go and do something productive that day.
Yeah. I find that before you've had your shower and kind of got yourself sorted, it's harder to get motivated to do anything, isn't it? I think just getting up and getting dressed into something is better than not. But I've started doing like a dress up Friday. So literally on a Friday, I'll put on something a bit more dressy than, definitely not like casuals or trackies. Try and put on a dress with jeans or something.
Sorry for that.
So I've got a child outside the door that's trying to come in. It's fine. We'll have all the animals and children in today.
I don't know what you're barking at. I think there's a cat outside.
Brilliant. But yeah, it does make you feel better, doesn't it? And does that kind of, do you find that's helped now with you feeling like with the morning sickness and everything? Does that kind of help? I never suffered with morning sickness, so luckily don't know what that was like.
Yeah, to be honest, each pregnancy has been different for me. I mean, Claire, did you suffer, Claire?
No, I think I maybe once or twice felt a bit nauseous, but never anything like throwing up, and not this
No.
really struggle.
Yeah, no, so with my eldest, I was sick, really sick, constantly, like all day, and until about 20 weeks I was sick, and I lost like loads of weight with it. I was really not well, and then, but I can't really remember. I mean, that was like 11 years ago, so you kind of forget, don't you? And I didn't have any other children at that point, and so I think that makes it a lot easier. And then with my second, with Layla, I was just nauseous all the time, so not actually sick. Whereas this time, it's been a total combination of being sick and nauseous, which the nausea is just the worst. I'd rather be sick constantly. It's like, and you can't eat because you feel sick, but then you need to eat, or you're worse because if you get hungry,
and
it's horrible. Yeah, and I was finding that it was like at the beginning, it's changed as it's gone along. I was feeling sick in the mornings, and then now it's more towards the evening. So when everyone's eating the evening meal, I just don't feel like it, and then I just want to go to bed because I just want to get rid of the feeling. But like I say, the last week especially there's been a definite switch. I'm not feeling as nauseous, which is the main thing. And I can eat better now as well, because I've been eating, I mean, normally we fairly well because obviously what we do. And then I don't think I've ate this bad for years as I have in the first trimester. All of that is bread. Like a loaf of bread a day, because I've been
whatever you can keep down, isn't it? And whatever just fills your stomach.
It's really annoying because you think, I need my nutrients at this time, but I think when you do have this really bad sickness at the beginning, the main thing is that you just take your vitamins, your pregnancy vitamins, and just try and eat whatever you can, just get some calories in. So I've been having bread and dry food, and lots of bread and pizza for some reason.
That's
what I've been eating too.
I showed Claire my bump last week, because I had a little bump there coming last week, and I was like, oh look, this is bigger than it ever has been before, like much bit sooner than the other pregnancies. And then this week I've not been eating as much bread because I've not felt sick, and it's just disappeared. I've still got
bread, baby.
But it's like not there anymore, and I'm like, okay, it was just bloat. It was just bread bloat.
How have you found, have you had hospital appointments or doctor's appointments during this time? How's that been?
Yeah, so the first appointment that you have with your midwife usually goes to the doctor's for. That was done over the phone, so we didn't actually see anybody.
Okay.
And then I've had 2 scans, only because when I went for the first scan, I thought it was 12 weeks and I wasn't quite, so I had to come back.
Right.
But both of those scans at the hospital they've been really good. It's super clean. It's probably you're least likely to catch anything there than at the supermarket or wherever you go. We've got all the systems in place, and they were really nice. So the only obviously downside is that my partner couldn't come, so Mark couldn't come along with me.
Right, so you just had to go on your own for it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's maybe not as bad for us with it being the third, but I can imagine that if that was your first pregnancy, it would be quite difficult.
Yeah, that'd be quite tough, because that's quite a momentous occasion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What with regards to exercise then, Robin? I know that the Active Pregnancy Foundation did some research. Have been doing some research during lockdown, surveying pregnant women about activity levels, and I think something like 90% of them said that physical activity really helped them cope with lockdown and kind of gave them a sense of control. But also 59% of them said that they were less active during the lockdown because they didn't really know where they usually were going to, where the specialist advice wasn't available, or they'd found out they were pregnant like you at the start of lockdown and then didn't know what to do, didn't have equipment at home. And so it has really impacted that population of women, pregnant women, in terms of their activity levels. How have you found it?
So obviously, being pre and postnatal specialist, we obviously know what to do. So I have been trying to do things. We have a free live workout, pregnancy workout, on every Sunday over in our Facebook group, where I deliver a safe pregnancy kind of cardio and strength core whole body workout. So I've been doing that each week, which has been fine but difficult when I felt not very well. I've still been going on a walk, so obviously walking the dog and sometimes with the kids, unless my partner's took them out already. And then I think the main thing is, especially I say, even if you don't know what to do, still get outside and walk, because walking is simple, it's free, everyone can do it. It's going to help with keeping your mobility, keeping your core strong, your posture strong. So just keep walking, and then anything you can do at home. There are lots and lots of things you can do if you follow anything like the exercises we deliver. You can do low impact cardio exercises, or you can just stick to your kind of stretching and mobility work if you're really not feeling up to it. I think when people sometimes think of antenatal exercise, they just think, oh, it's either it's going to be really sweaty, or I can only do yoga or Pilates. And it's not the case. The main things that you want to focus on during pregnancy is keep walking every day. Make sure you train that pelvic floor and the deep inner core unit muscles, and postural exercises. If you've only got time for those things and not the cardio aspect and doing any bodyweight cardio, then skip that, because that is not as important. As long as you're walking and maintaining mobility and some deep core pelvic floor strength, they are the most important things. And you can do the stretching and the deep core work when you're not feeling too good as well, because you're not jumping up and down. So I did keep doing that throughout the first trimester. And you can do it in your pajamas, because you're not getting a whole sweat on, so you're not having to think about having to push your hair and get changed afterwards. So
I think, like you say, just keeping moving and walking is really important, especially because research shows exercise can help with reducing risks of postpartum depression, but also perinatal depression. It is common that you can, your mental health can suffer, but during pregnancy as well, and especially in this situation, like you said, not being able to share appointments with your partners, being worried about risks of being pregnant at home, not seeing your friends and family, that's got to have a knock-on effect on your mental health and stress and everything. So even not exercise, just actually physical activity in a sense of moving is really important to just keep active during pregnancy, just even for the endorphins and the mental health benefits, not even thinking about the physical aspect of it.
I think also with the energy level, your energy level as well, because you just feel so, especially in trimester 1, you just feel so fatigued and exhausted, and it's a difficult one, because it's a vicious cycle. You feel like that, so you think, oh, I could not bear even thinking about exercising now. But if you do manage to get the motivation, even like I say, if it's just a walk or just stretching, it does make a huge difference to your energy levels and helping you sleep as well. Because I've really struggled this time. I think because I've had a lot of work on with my uni dissertation and things, I've just not been able to switch off at night, and I've been lying there till 2 a.m, just staring at the ceiling. And I found the days when I have got more activity in, I think this is true in general for anyone, not if you're pregnant. When you're sedentary, it's harder to sleep because your body's not as worn out. So yeah, I think it's just getting that motivation in the first place when you're feeling rubbish.
I've spoke to a couple of women that have been pregnant during this, and I think, like you were saying about the mental health side of things, that they've been missing out on, and one was like its first baby, things like that, on not being able to do things like have a baby shower. I mean, I know that's quite a new thing, but a lot of people like to do that now, don't they? And to enjoy that, going on to maternity and going out for coffee mornings or for the tea, and just that kind of social side of it and the excitement building up to having a baby. And I think, like you say, a lot of people that unfortunately haven't been able to experience that, especially if it's first baby, that has had a knock-on effect. So I totally agree with what you're saying. I think just anything to boost your positivity and your hormones and just get you kind of feel good factors going is just getting out there, doing a bit of exercise, or keeping connected with people, like we said. And although it's not the same as seeing people in person, it's still great, isn't it, to check in with your friends and